Hi, this is a review of Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men. This is a book that apparently a lot of Americans have to read when they're in, I don't know what year or what age they are, but so many people I've talked to have read this book in school. It's always referenced in so many places. I think in Lost, Sawyer is reading it at some point, which is, you know, relevant to this review. I've had the opportunity to read this so many times. I remember seeing it in the library. My local library doesn't have a lot of English books, but obviously they had Of Mice and Men, and I remember for my English literature reading list when I was about 16, 17, it was on that list too, so I could have read it then. I never knew what it was about at all, so I guess I just never read it. I think I read this one mostly in Edinburgh and then on the train from Edinburgh to London. And let me start by saying that I really enjoyed this book. So for those of you who don't know, this book is mostly about two men, George and Lenny. George is the smaller one out of the two. He's very clever and he has his plans ready. Lenny is very big, but he also has a very childlike mind to the point where he just seems like he's a 4-year-old. He has a lot of trouble trying to remember things, even very small ones. George kind of takes care of Lenny and tries to keep him out of trouble. So when the book starts, they're on their way to a ranch where they're going to work and they really hope that they can stay out of trouble. One of the things that immediately struck me is that Lenny has this dead mouse in the pocket of his jacket that he keeps stroking. It's such a small and innocent thing, but it immediately makes you realize the way Lenny thinks and sees the world. I felt like the imagery in the book, everything was very vivid, the characters were so lifelike. But what especially struck me was the tone of the book. Right from the beginning, you can kind of feel how tragic this book is, and you can kind of see what's going to happen, but you keep hoping that it won't. This book is so full of hope and so full of sadness at the same time. You have these guys with their American dream of getting a little cottage and living there and just being happy, and at the same time there's such a mix of loneliness and friendship. Of Mice and Men gets 5 out of 5 stars. I really liked it, and I'll be rereading it soon. So if you're one of the people who haven't read this yet, I can highly recommend it. But if you have read it, you can let me know what you thought about it in the comments, and I will see you guys soon with another book review. Bye!